Kenichi. This is exciting times when you have two guys like this being able to fight for an IBF world title. It's really, this is what they aspire to, and having a platform like this on HBO to broadcast this type of fight is tremendous. With that, it's ironic. It shows you the international flavor of this show. The only American on the show here in Las Vegas. I want to bring up also someone represented by someone who I've known for a long time, Lou DiBella, who I've known him since the early days when he was at HBO. Lou was one of those guys with a lot of vision, and he put on Kevin Kelly, the first fighter that I ever worked with on HBO. Kevin had some tremendous fights. He's actually going to be, he lives in Vegas, and he's going to be doing the international commentary for this show. So I'd like to bring up Alex Dombrov, representing DiBella Promotions, to introduce Tevin Farmer.
Hey guys, how are you? First off, it's on behalf of DiBella Entertainment and Lou DiBella. I just want to thank a lot of our partners on this show. First off, Triple G Promotions and Tom, Roy Engelbrecht, Golden Boy Promotions, Zanford Promotions, Matchroom Promotions, then our co-promoter on this IBF world title fight, Tekken Promotions, Nobu, Kimi, and of course, Mr. Honda. This was probably one of the fastest world title fights ever made. I think from the moment the IBF ordered it to the moment it was made, I'm not sure a full day had passed, and that was only because of the time difference between here and Japan. I want to speak real quick, even though it's not our fight. I want to speak really quick to the main event really quick, because I think it's just telling. Orlando Salido and Micky Roman. Is there like anyone who doesn't think that this isn't an awesome fight? It's not an HBO main event level, worthy fight. Salido has 10 losses and Roman has 12 losses. And the reason I bring that up is because Tevin Farmer was basically written off as a fighter when his record was 7-4-1. Like that was, he was an opponent, right? I mean, that's what he was, and that's unfortunate. It's an unfortunate thing in boxing because a lot of times we're made to believe that undefeated records are all that matter. But really, when you look back in the history of boxing, this sport's been made by people who took their lumps early on, who took losses early on, who were committed to getting better, who were committed to improving themselves as a fighter, and who didn't let losses get in the way. And Tevin's a perfect example of that. He started his career 7-4-1, and now he's won 18 fights in a row, and here he is fighting on HBO. And every step of the way, I've known Tevin for a couple years now, every step of the way, even when he was fighting for a few $1,000s in club shows in Philadelphia, he would say, I'm a $1 million fighter. I think he told me that him and count how many times Tevin told me, I'm a $1 million fighter. I'm a world champion fighter. And he believed in himself, and he didn't just believe it, he worked his ass off, and he got to this stage. And now he's one fight away from being a world champion, and then one fight after that from doing really incredible things. So before I bring up Tevin, I just want to thank a couple other people involved in this promotion. Of course, HBO, Peter Nelson, great friend of DiBella Entertainment, the IBF, Daryl People, Lindsay Tucker, Annabelle Miramontes, Linda Torres. They're an organization that believed in Tevin, another organization that believed that someone could sustain a couple of losses and be worthy of a world title opportunity, and he most certainly is worthy. And I feel compelled to mention the sponsor, Tecate, even though we don't really have anything to do with them, because about 10 years ago I was in London, and there was an inflatable bottle like that with arms. There was a guy in it taking pictures, so I lined up to take pictures with the inflatable bottle, and as I got to the front of the line, he was going on his lunch break. So I got in the inflatable bottle and took pictures with Torres for about a half hour. So that's my Tecate story. Beyond that, again, just want to thank everyone for having us here. It's a great opportunity. Of course, all the best to Kenichi and his team and Mr. Honda, but here he is from 7-4-1 to 25-4-1, Tevin Farmer.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for coming out. I want to first thank everybody, HBO first. I want to thank HBO, Peter Nelson, and everybody that got something to do with this and put the show together to make it happen. Saturday night is a big night for me. Something I've been working so hard for. Like my boy Alex said, I was written off for years, but I never cried, I never complained. I fought for little money, even though I know I deserve, which we all think we deserve more, but we actually got to earn it. And I knew I had to earn my spot. No amateur background, 16 amateur fights. Started boxing at 19 years old to tearing my bicep in the second round of April and fighting 9 rounds with it to getting shot in my hand in July. Saturday, I will be world champion. I know Kenichi Ogawa. I watched this film, and I know he's coming to win. He's a strong fighter, but I'm Tevin Farmer, and I'm here to make it look easy. I also want to give a big shout out to my team for backing me up. Shane Jefferson, Raul Rivas, and etc. There's a lot of people, but big shout out to them. And Saturday, I will be a world champion. Thank you.
As Alex so eloquently said, you know, you have a fighter fighting against the odds, no amateur or limited amateur experience, has a record 7-4-1. What the Bella Entertainment has done, you know, getting 18 wins in a row. Tevin working his way into the position of fighting for a world title, you know, against the odds. That's really the epitome of the sport of boxing, really giving fighters an opportunity to become world champions and display their talents on HBO. And again, we have to thank Peter Nelson for putting this fight on. This is the only world title fight on the show, but it's going to be a tremendous matchup. You see Onishi, he's ready to go. I know representing Japan, he has a lot of honor on the line to win a world title, and all the odds that Tevin Farmer fought against to get to this point, they both really want this. Alex, I don't know, I've never been inside a Tecate bottle, but I'm sure a lot of people wish that these bottles were full of Tecate instead of air. But we want to thank Tecate as the title sponsor. We recently signed a personal services agreement with Triple G and Tecate, and I know Golden Boy and Canelo also have a personal services agreement with Tecate, so we definitely want to thank Tecate as the title sponsor for this show. Without the commitment that Tecate makes to the sport of boxing, a lot of these world-class events wouldn't be possible. Now to the main event. Again, as Alex said, you know, both guys have a number of losses on their record, but no one fights with more heart than Orlando Salido or Micky Roman. To bring up the main event fighters and to bring up Micky Roman, I want to bring back Robert Gaspari of Golden Boy.
Hi everybody, I'll try to keep it cleaner this time. What the heck of a main event for on Saturday. It's going to be amazing. Both these guys they have a couple losses, that's okay, but they're going to be coming after each other and be relentless. This fight, this main event is going to be something else. It might even be one of the fight of the year, but you guys got to watch it. It's going to be something else. So, Micky Roman, he challenged for a title twice. He's coming off a knockout win. He's relentless. He's coming forward. There's going to be tons and tons of action. So let me bring him up here to say a couple words. Miguel Micky Roman.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Muy buenas tardes a todos ustedes. Gracias por asistir a esta conferencia de prensa.
Hi, everyone. Thank all of you guys for being here, for being part of this press conference.
En primer lugar, quiero agradecer a las empresas por esta oportunidad que me está dando, mi empresa de promoción del pueblo, HBO, por esta nueva oportunidad.
And I would like to thank everybody involved in this such a great show. I would like to thank Promociones del Pueblo HBO for putting this show together and for giving me the opportunity to be the main event for this card.
Y a lo que vinimos a dar una gran pelea. Hicimos un gran campamento aquí en Los Ángeles con Rudy Hernández y creo que trabajamos para pelear más que nada y sin preocuparnos del peso.
And about my fight and about my training, I would like to let you guys know that I did a very well camp with Rudy Hernandez, which is my trainer right now, and we prepared for the fight. We didn't worry about the weight or anything like that. We are ready to fight, and that's what we are here for.
Bueno, ¿y qué más les puedo decir? Ya saben contra quién voy a pelear, con un peleador que da todo arriba del ring, pero Orlando Salido tiene todo mi respeto y porque tiene todo mi respeto, por eso me preparé de una manera muy diferente. Gracias.
And about Orlando Salido, I would like to let you know that I respect him a lot. I know he is a tremendous fighter, and that's why I prepare myself this way. But coming Saturday night, it's going to be a different story.
Thank you, Micky. Another warrior who's not in a bad fight, never in a bad fight. I want to bring up Fernando Beltran, who I've known for many years. Has done a tremendous job with Orlando Salido. Zanford Promotions is our promotional partner with this show and delivering the services of Orlando Salido. I want to bring up Juan Carlos Torres, representing Zanford Promotions.
In the boxing world, to mention the name of Orlando Salido is synonymous with war, with guts, with heart, with everything that is good about the sport. You know, this is a guy that always brings everything, never cheats the public. He's always there to fight, and he has never run from anybody. He's fought the best of the best for years and years. I was hearing Robert mentioning a couple of fights from Bandido Vargas, the 2015 Fight of the Year and the 2016 Fight of the Year, and I wanted to come here and mention a couple of Salido fights, but there are so many, I don't even remember all of them. You know, every time he comes to the ring, it's a Fight of the Year candidate. You know, like in the words of the great Triple G, it's always big drama show here. So, I mean, I don't know what to say about Orlando. I really want to congratulate to him about his career and everything he's been achieving in the sport. And in a year that has mentioned a lot of Hall of Famers retire, this guy is hungry as ever. He's ready for Saturday. He's prepared, like always, with the great Memo Heredia. And of course, I would like to thank also his manager and a guy that everybody loves, Chum Gibbons. Thanks for all your help also. So I just wanted to say thank you to all of you again. Hope to see you there on Saturday. So to introduce the two-time world champion from Ciudad Obregón, Orlando City Salido.
Buenos días a todos. Primeramente quiero agradecerle a SBO Peter Nelson por la oportunidad que me está brindando. A todos los promotores, Sanfer, Golden Boy, por hacer posible esta fecha, por haberme incluido aquí en esta cartelera que va a estar muy buena. ¿Qué le puedo decir? Vengo muy preparado, a mi equipo también. Quiero felicitarlos por el gran trabajo que hicimos, los señores Heredia.
I just want to thank everyone that's made this possible, all the promoters that got involved in it. Of course, to my team, Team Heredia, they've done a lot of good work with me.
A mi equipo también, Santos Moreno, que hemos hecho un excelente trabajo para esta pelea. Sabemos que es una pelea difícil, dura, de muchos golpes, de mucha pundonor, de garra, de principio a fin.
Of course, I want to thank my trainer, Santos Moreno, who has prepared me for a war. We know we're in a very difficult fight, We expect a lot of punches. We expect a lot of just a war in there, a lot of brawling.
Y bueno, hay que aprovechar esta oportunidad que nos están brindando de estelarizar una cartelera en HBO. Hay que mostrarse, hay que dar al máximo todo lo que traemos para que sea incluido en fechas posteriores.
Of course, this is a great opportunity for me to be on HBO, and of course, we have to look great so they can take, so I can get more opportunities on HBO in the future.
Y bueno, vengo preparado para todo. Sé que tengo un difícil rival, un rival que también se sube a pelear, igual que yo. Aquí el ganador va a ser el público y los que estén viendo la pelea, porque van a ver una pelea de tú a tú, de principio a fin, desde que comienza hasta que se acabe. Y me queda nada más que decir que gane el mejor. Somos dos peleadores mexicanos que vamos a dejar todo arriba del ring. Gracias.
And of course, we're going to see a great fight out of both of us. He comes to fight, I come to fight. The winners here will be the fans who'll see a great fight on Saturday night.